Hello, traders, and welcome to the market opening preview on a Friday, May 27th, 2016. Traders coming to you live from Thailand. It is currently 8:54 a.m. in Thailand, and it is 21:54 hours on Wall Street. Traders, great to be with you. This is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Like I said, traders, great to be with you on a Friday. Have a lot to talk about today. The charts are looking a little bit sluggish, should we say, as we are getting ready for a 3-day weekend in the United States, as they are on holiday on Monday, so the U.S. session is closed. Traders, let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilday, and I am your moderator for the market opening preview series every single trading day before the London Open. Traders, I will tell you that I do record this during the Asia session every single trading day, Monday through Friday. Traders, I started trading in the year of 2006, and in 2009 I retired from a wonderful 27-year career as a firefighter paramedic out of the great state of Florida. Traders, 9 days later, came to Thailand for a 3-month holiday to celebrate my retirement, and well, traders, I'm in my 9th year, and I'm still here in Asia, in Thailand, and absolutely loving it. Trading Forex and options in the Asia time zone is really great. You get up early in the morning, you trade Asia, get about a 3-hour break, 2.5-hour break, and get ready for London, and then trade London and take about an hour break before the New York Open. And works out very well. And trade about 2.5 hours in New York, and that brings you up to about 10:30, 11 o'clock. And your trading day is done. So how do I trade? I listen to fundamentals. I know what's going on around the world. I know who's speaking. I know what's coming out data-wise. It's so important that you know what's happening fundamentally. However, I'm a technician. I really like analyzing charts. I like candlestick patterns. Candlestick patterns tell a story. And using that with support and resistance, and I use the Fibonacci tool quite a bit. I do use 3 exponential moving averages, which is the 200, the 55, and the 10 on my charts, which you will see today. So I put those two together, and I come up with a analysis and a trade plan, and then I put my trade plan into place. And price is either going to come and take my trade plan and go away, or it's not going to work, and I just won't trade that pair. So discipline is very important. Once you have a trade plan, you put it in place, just leave it. There's nothing to do. You can't be chasing candles. We do not chase price, my friends. We do not chase price. So that's just a little bit about myself and how I trade. Let's get over to the legal stuff. This is our risk disclaimer. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex market. Traders, most importantly, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, let's head on to news and commentary. Let's take a look at how the markets closed. Yesterday, the Dow 30 closed negative 0.13%. The S&P 500 closed negative 0.02%. And the NASDAQ closed positive 0.14%, with the small cap 2000 closing negative 0.12%. So a little bit of red there on the U.S. markets. It was a pretty lackluster day. We'll get to that in just a second. The DAX. Go over to the Eurozone. The DAX closed positive 0.66%. The FTSE 100 out of London closed positive 0.04%, with the CAC 40 out of Paris closing positive 0.69%. And the Euro Stoxx 50 closed positive 0.32%. Traders, let's come on over to Asia and see what's going on. All the markets are open today in Asia. The Nikkei 225 is currently positive at 0.41%. The S&P ASX 200 out of Australia is positive 0.45%. The China 850 is negative 0.08%. And the Hang Seng is negative 0.42%, with the Kospi out of Seoul currently trading positive 0.29%. Traders, coming over to the economic calendar, there is really nothing on the economic calendar except for the New York session, which has GDP in the New York session quarter on quarter. For quarter one, they are consensus is 0.9. Previous was 0.5%, and that is 1 hour before the U.S. stock market opens. So that's what's going on. There's other news out. Michigan consumer sentiment comes out. Michigan current conditions comes out. Inflation expectations out of Michigan. Consumer expectations. A lot of stuff out of Michigan. All medium and low impact news events. There is nothing in the European session. It is very quiet today in the European session. It's a medium impact. You have unemployment level out of the Swissy today, and there's no consensus there, so really hard to judge. Other than that, my friends, there is not a lot going on. Japan had a lot of data come out today in the Asia session, but nothing that's going to do anything. Tokyo core CPI came out at negative 0.5%, which was a bad number. The national core CPI came out at negative 0.3, which was a good number. They were expecting negative 0.4. And CPI year on year came out at negative 0.5. And again, consensus was 0.4. So, what do we have here? BOJ core CPI comes out in about 3 hours, which is low impact. So, really a lackluster day today. Only one high impact news event today. We did have the RBA Assistant Government Debelli speaking about 3 hours ago, just at the open of the Asia session. And that's about it, my friends. So very quiet today on the news front. Remember, New York is closed on Monday, so there'll be no New York session. So be very careful when you're trading when there's no New York session, right? Which means it's a very low volume market, and it's great to trade a demo account. Don't trade live on a Monday unless you're in a position and in profit already. All right, so what's the big word? Well, the big word is, could we say oil? I predicted about a month ago, maybe even 6 weeks ago, that oil was going back to $50 a barrel, and it did hit the $50 barrel, and it closed just below it. It was like $49.66 per barrel. So oil is the talk, and we're just watching it, and the market's pretty lackluster, and there's a lot going on. We have the FOMC, the Fed out of the U.S., looking at interest rate hikes possibly in June. We have Brexit vote comes out in June, so there's a lot on the table. And the shipping industry, I was reading yesterday, the shipping industry, the tankers are really having a hard time making money to keep their ships running. So we will keep an eye on that news story. That is so important that these cargo ships are able to work, right? So I think that's going to come an issue as time moves on. And they need to keep oil above $50 a barrel so they can make money and keep these ships rolling, right? All right, let's go to the charts. So low news today, Friday, no New York session on Monday. Don't expect a lot today, my friends. Be careful in your trading today. Let's head over to the euro. Look at this euro just in this range, just absolutely nasty. So it spiked up yesterday, and this was on good numbers that came out in the U.S. session yesterday. Unemployment claims came out very good. So I'm looking for this to come up back up to this resistance at 1.1213 or 11.95. That's fine. We'll get up. We can get into that trade there and take it to the downside. The problem is that you really want to get as close as you can to this 12.13 because you're trading into a 200 EMA, a 10 EMA, a daily pivot point, and then a 55 EMA. So you got a really strong confluence of support here. So the trade needs to be pretty much break even by the time you get to that confluence because it's going to bounce around. As you can see, it's just sideways now. But look at how many inactive candles we have. So I'm looking for this euro to bounce up, and in London, we can take this baby down. And through New York, I'd like to see this come down like 70 pips today. That'd be a great trade for us, and we'll get out at 1.1135. So, we're open, we're looking, and we're watching. All right, let's take a look at the pound dollar today. The pound dollar is at a really crazy price action. You can see I put some support and resistance channels on the charts, and we're just stuck in this line here, and if it goes above this daily pivot point and closes, we're going to buy this. We're going to buy this up to this next level at 47.45 area, and we'll take it up to that level, and that's going to be above the R1 daily pivot. So we're going to buy this. Now, my bias is bearish. I'd rather sell this, below the 200 exponential moving average, which can happen, and that would be at 1.4615, and we'll get out at 1.4487. Just in case this daily pivot holds, and it's a possibility it will. If you look left of the chart, we have plenty of price action. So this is a significant resistance, and we have a 55 EMA. However, it has spiked above that 55 and now is holding below the daily pivot. So we'll keep a really good eye on that. Like I said, I'd rather sell this than buy it, my friends. My bias is to sell the pound. Okay, let's take a look at the Aussie. Aussie's a little bit different. As we can see, we're in an ascending wedge here, and we want to sell this, right? We want to sell this. So we can't sell it while it's in this wedge, and we can't sell it into the 200 exponential moving average of 55 and a daily pivot point. So we're going to wait for price to get below the daily pivot point at 0.7190 or 95, and we'll sell it down to 0.7147. So that's what we're looking at. We're looking about a 60 pip trade here. I don't know if it's going to work. We're just going to have to watch the dollar. I think this is all about the dollar today. I don't think this is about the Aussie. And I think it's about oil. Remember now, this is a commodity pair, so it's going to react if oil does anything drastic. Whether it goes higher or it goes lower, you have to keep an eye on what oil is doing today. Okay? And I didn't mention this in the commentary area, but be careful with the BOJ. Prime Minister Abiy said today that their tax hike in the beginning of 2017 is going to be postponed, and he will formally announce that today after he speaks with the finance minister, who said yesterday that the tax hike is on target and will happen in 2017. So we have the prime minister saying one thing and the finance minister saying another, and they're not in agreement. So keep an eye on that. Okay, let's head over to the Euro Aussie. Not very pretty, my friends. Not pretty at all. I put, you can see the two magenta lines. We were in a range. I really don't like this trade at all. You can enter this trade at 1.5528, get out at 1.5460, which is a nice amount of pips, but you have a lot of junk to get through, my friends, a lot. You're better off waiting for this to get up all the way to the top there at that 59.95 area. I'm sorry, 55.95 area, and take it from there and take it down. This just really looks bad. This has been in a range now for the last 3 days. It really hasn't done much. It spiked up 2 days ago, and we're now just sideways. So I'm not really anxious to do this. This really hasn't done anything. And remember, yesterday I talked about we wanted to see this make a move. We wanted to see this take some kind of an action in either direction, and it has not done that yet. However, my bias is bearish. I want to sell the Euro Aussie. I do not want to buy it. I want to sell it. So we'll just keep an eye on it. Folks, I think what you got here is, if we go back to the Aussie dollar chart, the Aussie's strong and the Euro is strong. So you have like two magnets sticking their heads together and they can't lock. And this is what's going on here. We got two currency pairs that are doing the same. And you just can't get no price action. You always want strong against weak or weak against strong. And we do not have that in this Euro Aussie pair. So we'll have to keep an eye on it. But at this moment, I have no plans on doing anything until this pair makes a decision what it wants to do. And I don't know if that's going to happen today or Monday, to be honest with you. So we'll just keep an eye on it. All right, let's take a look at the Euro Yen. Yeah, the Euro Yen spiked up, which is really a great move. And, when I prepare my presentation every day, I don't have my live charts up and on my computer. And because I got so many other programs running at the same time when I do my presentation, I missed this entry. This was a great entry here. This spiked up at 123.09 and spiked up and came back down again. Now I think this is headed down. I think we missed the boat on this one. However, I'm hoping it'll go back up, maybe even go all the way to the R1 pivot at 123.00, and we'll just take that from there and take it down. This is going to be difficult because this code is coming into a 200, a 55, a 10, and a daily pivot point, all significant support if you look left of the chart. And there's plenty of that price action left of the chart. And we call it Forex junk. And wow, did we have some Forex junk or what? So just really be careful with this euro yen. But our bias is to sell this. I'm bearish on this pair, very bearish. Okay. All right, let's take a look at the New Zealand dollar. This is another pair. This again reacted to some comments that were made yesterday from the New Zealand cabinet. There were some comments. Basically, a budget was released yesterday, and they basically saying that their New Zealand dollar is overpriced, and the markets did not like that, and basically gave that big move to the downside, as you saw. Sort of recovered in the New York session, and now we're at this trend line that I put in here. But there's a lot of Forex junk here, folks. You look left of the chart, we're coming into some really hard trading. So I wouldn't even touch this until it got below the 0.6728 with a retest and then take it down, which is that daily pivot point, right? So until it gets below the daily pivot point, retests it, then I'll take that down to 0.6694. Again, I'm bearish on the New Zealand dollar. I want to sell this, but it's in this nasty range since the New York session yesterday. So folks, we have to be careful with these trades now. We can't be jumping on the mouse and hitting the button. You have to really watch today if you're going to take some trades, okay? All right, traders, only 1 minute over today. Thank you. Traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and our great friends at FXCL Excellence in Trading, I want to thank you for being with me on a Friday, May 27th, 2016. Traders, please come visit us at our website at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Traders, always remember to trade smart and not hard. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your time off. Remember to do some Forex homework, and we'll catch you on Monday. New York is closed. We're open. We'll be here, and we'll be trading. All right, traders, have a great weekend. Have a great trading day on a Friday. Catch you next time.